Hi, my friends. How is everyone? Doing really great? Okay. All right. So once we are having dryers because of the reasons I said against transmission of disease, right? And we are going to use our dryers. So when you get the lint, your own lint from the dryer, bring back to your house. Okay, I'm going to see what type of container. So probably those Ziploc small containers with a cap, that's attachable. I think that will be the best. So one you bring the soap and one you bring the lint back home. A little big, but it's okay. All right? And you have to bring your towel from home. If it's your day, the share to clean the laundry room. So you bring that towel, clean, disinfect, you boil before you bring, right? A week before you boil, put to dry. That's the laundry towel. When you go to do your laundry, you clean the washers, right? First the top, right? You do the best you can. It's all laundry supposed to have soap, so you wash and use, wash and use. Okay, the top of the dryers, right? Because sometimes you're gonna put vinegar, but we have to rinse really well. Maybe even once a day or so, because we put things in. It's forbidden to put basket on the top of washers or on the top of dryers because they get scratched and then they're not clean anymore, right? Okay. The other thing is that when people are gonna take their items from their washers and put in a dryer, is forbidden to put on the top. They open the door and put it straight inside. Why is that? Because the clothes is not disinfected yet. It's washed but not disinfected. So you put it straight inside the dryer. And we are going to let you know how long after drying, how long it has to keep drying. So you need to put in an amount that, for example, you set up for an hour, right? So that load gonna dry and also have maybe 30, 40 minutes just to keep rolling on a dry heat. The clothes are already dry, just on a heat to be really hot and burn, kill germs and bacteria, bad things. Okay? All right? So those are the two updates. I'm going to show you how the Ziploc hard plastic container look like. Not right now, but soon along the other video. Hi my friends, how you doing? Doing great? Okay, so I already show you how to boil little towels, those very small kitchen towels I showed you before. Okay, you boil every day. We are going to do this for 2 or 4 years after the organization launching day. At the end of the day, you boil your little towel to make sure you don't spread germs around. You disinfect your whole counter. That's very important, okay? And now I'm going to show you how you boil the towel from the door and the towel from the bathroom. Twice a week. You wash your soap and boil. If you're in a bad area, like some countries that they did not have toilet or a lot of viruses and things like that, you have to do it every single day. Get a small one like this I have, you see? Okay, you're gonna need a big pan like I have here, see? It's a very large pan, maybe about 15 centimeters tall, all right? And then you use the back of your wooden or your bamboo spoon. Always I do that, because this is an area we don't wash very properly. So you always boil. And sometimes you can use also the tip if you're doing the kitchen towels, right? Okay? So you boil these towels. It's like a little hand towel, I'm gonna tell you the measurements after, but this is very important. Why is that? To really get better, we need a better society, a better humanity. We need people healthy, so that's what you do. For those small ones, you can do in small pans like this one. I took the things out to wash, but you can do on these small thin ones for 5 minutes. Boil, make sure you always pressing down. You see here? You always pressing down. So the top will boil for sure, okay? That's how you do it, my friends. Very, very important. Boil, boil, boil. Press down 10 minutes. Someone needs to be here. You put the alarm. Always. You always put the alarm. 10 minutes. You see? Boil, boil, boil. On the bathroom, the towel in the bathroom, the same way you clean your bathroom, right? So you disinfect with vinegar, layer stand. Be careful, there's no elders around. Tell everyone. Put a chair by the door, leave the bathroom door open so everyone knows that the bathroom is wet. Okay? Grandparents at the house already tell them to, and the children, young children already tell them, look, use the bathroom because we cannot use for 10 or 20 minutes, whichever is your reality, because some bathrooms, like United States, don't even have a window. They have a fan on the top. It's different. Okay? All right, so you're gonna boil and press down to make sure the top layer, you know, it's really, the water can evaporate. So you have to put a good amount, maybe 4 centimeters or so on the bottom here, okay? Because you have to make sure you have enough water until the end of your boiling time. All right, so you boil for 10 minutes. This is disinfected, okay? So you're fine because I really boil, okay? You put on a towel. You can have one separate one just for the floor towels. For the kitchen towels, doesn't need. As I said, you can use front and back of your bamboo or your wooden spoon because, you know, you also disinfect that. All right, and make sure you disinfect your counters every night. You clean everything, you put everything away, right? Done. You disinfect, you put vinegar all over. In the morning, it's all dry. Okay, so now let's go. So you get that. You need a pan with two holders, you know, because it's gonna give you more security instead of one, because, you know, might be hot. Okay, so you get your bamboo, all right? That's how I do it. You grab it, you know, because you don't want to use the bottom, right? So you disinfect a little bit the bottom. I think I showed you that before, but this is so you be careful. Okay, this is clean. What I'm doing here, because I washed this towel, you see I'm dripping boiling water there, okay? Because I washed it before. You put right here, okay? If it's too big, you find a way to don't touch it. We have to start getting practice. And then what you do? I'm doing more or less because I just have one hand to hold the cell phone. But you're gonna dump the leftover water all around. So the base, it's all disinfected. All right, so now you're gonna rinse that, right? You wait a minute or so. All right, you're gonna rinse that. So you get some water and pour on the place. Yeah, you always wait 1 or 2 minutes because the boiling water is good, but we have to be 100% sure. So wait 1 or 2 minutes for the boiling water to really kill the germs. Okay, so here you cool down, right? The bottom is disinfected. So you're gonna rinse well, all right? And in a few words, that's what it is. You rinse, you squeeze, okay? And let me make a pause. Okay, my friend, so here you have, I already squeezed that, right? So you open up, okay? Open up, you squeeze really well, rinse really well, okay? So you open, you see it's a very small towel, it's a hand towel, okay? So you're gonna put a little water around like that, and then you just spread the water around because it needs to be a little wet. Remember I told you? All right, before you put it down. So every night you can leave ready, or every morning you do it, whichever you have more time, but you have to do it. Okay, so you do like 2 rounds of soap. The soap, my friend, when people come, they have, you see, this is really good because it has the line this way, so people will rub their shoes this way. Hold one and squeeze with the other, and then hold the other and squeeze many times, at least 6 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then they're gonna do the borders of the shoe. So let me show you. You put soap, you know, the side. So you're gonna put the soap up. So I still have carpet here, right? Okay? All right, so that's how you do it. Okay, so here it is. You have the lines this way. So when you come, you get your shoes like that, right? So you did 6 times. Hold one side strong. So, you know, do 6 times, and then you do hold very strong and do 6 times. You have to teach all your children. You know, 2 years old and up, they can do that. Okay, for the other ones, you just take them off and bring the child inside. And then they have to do the side all around. You see here, all around. The side all around, the side all around, the side all around. And the back, because you're not going to have bulky tennis shoes like that. You do the back, all right? Okay, here, okay, here. This, my friends, it's a soap. Does not disinfect. It cleans, you know. So if you have stronger soap, put a stronger soap. But we're not using too much chemicals inside because we don't want people to get lung problem again, ADD, ADHD. We cannot use too much pesticides, herbicides, strong detergents, right? So the best way is to boil. All right, so this shoes is good, you know, and then the person come here. If you have a bulky one still, you clean the back. All right, this is done. And never judge anything, okay? Because we are doing the best we can. All right, so let's give this example now. You did 6 times, and then the same way, 4, 4, 6 times, 4, and 4. The best is what I did with the blue one. 6, 6, and then 4, 4, 4, 4. Okay, that's the best. All right, so you have consistency when you teach your children, your teens, your grandparents, your parents. Some people might even have grandparents also living with them. The right way is to have one. We share the others. But if you don't have siblings, you're going to have parents and grandparents with you, okay? All right. And remember, you have to wash your tennis, all right? So if they got rain, you wash. If they are once a month, you wash anyways. Anyways, because the top, some people might still using Kansas, like this one. Even the plastic one, we have to get the sweat out, okay? All right? And soon we're going to have only rubber on the top. And never judge. If you see something here, because I have a roommate, you know, that use things that are not really part of our code. So never judge. If you see something not part of our work, do not judge. Just keep going. All right, so now we are ready here. I'm putting more water to boil for the bathroom towel. So that's how you do it. You come here, put water. Always be careful so you don't get burned when you have to add water. All right, so this is the pan I'm using, you see, to boil. Okay, as I said, if you are in a bad region, boil. Boil every day. Make sure your house is clean. But of course, your house have to be clean. Okay, and leave the shoes right there by the entrance. Okay, so you put it here, right? Put it here. Put the alarm for 10 minutes. Okay, put the alarm. I put 20 because it's still cold. It's still boiling. Let's boil first. All right? Okay. So I took the things out to wash, sorry. All right, but I'm going to clean the bathroom, and then when I come, we're going to boil the water, right? Okay. So then you clean up because it's already wet, right? So it's very easy. You take the main things, and then you just clean up everything, okay? Because it's a little bit wet. All right? Okay. If it's a little bit out, what you do? You just get a little wet around, and it's easy to get the rest because you cannot leave hair. Remember, we families themselves gonna take turns and clean up any hair from the drain. monthly. So the least you have over there, bad it is, because every family gonna do that. Okay? All right, my friends, here we are. Okay, my friends, and then you get a container, plastic container. This is about 10 centimeters tall, to put your paper from the hair, from the floor. Every morning you pick up the hair from your floor. Leave your floor really clean. Why is that? Because we need to be separate, and we're gonna burn. Remember, every family gonna have bring their items twice a week or so, right, to burn at the burner, the community burner. All right, that's very important. Put a little few pieces of sticks, dry sticks, right? That's easy when you're trimming something, so you put dry sticks, burn, twice a week or so, because some cases the women are having their period, right? So you want to keep trash, and you keep inside. This is not a real trash for toilet paper. Here it works really well. All the toilets in all communities we will have, toilets work really well, and that's what you have to do, okay? All right? So paper, gonna be the wood thin paper, one ply paper, and you're gonna dissolve really easy at the toilet. So this container I showed you is only for hair, or female things, you can have a little taller one. Remember, every time when you dump off, you wash with soap and water, shake really well, and put vinegar in all sides, inside and outside, and on the bottom. Inside and outside, okay? So we're sure it's properly disinfected, all right? And to use again. Those things, my friends, really, really important. And the toilet as well, because we're gonna have many adopted children, people coming from different countries. You have to disinfect your toilet seat and toilet every single day for 1 year. Every single day, okay? You spray vinegar, spray everywhere, wait 10 minutes, put the chair, the door, so people know that they cannot use, put the alarm on for 10 minutes, and then you come, because it's very important for us to disinfect our toilets, because we're gonna end bad virus, bacteria, diseases, we have to be careful. Also your shower, you have to disinfect every single day. Everyone took a shower from both bathrooms. You go there, you disinfect plain vinegar, because people are gonna be washing themselves, right? The front, the back need to wash really well. If it's one E. coli there, what are you gonna do? Not good anymore, it's not clean anymore. So every single day you disinfect that shower floor and sides. The tub, the same way, disinfect, because we're gonna have very strong drains, they are stainless steel, but that's the only way, my friends. We have to end those problems, worms, bad bacteria, and everything else, okay? All right, very good. Talk to you soon. Okay, my friends, before you cut your hair, you wet everything a little bit, okay? Because then it will be easy for you to clean the hair that you cut, all right? So just wet everything around, so this way gonna be better for the cleanup time. Just a few drops, fine. Telling you how to wash at home, okay? I'm already rinsing, but I'm gonna tell you. So you put soap. I use this soap here because it's strong and biodegradable. It's not neutral. It's a very strong soap, okay? That's what I use. So first you wash the shirts, okay? No shorts, no pants. I'm already rinsing, but I'm just telling you. So you're gonna wash all shirts. Why? Because the worst is underwear, because of kids and adults, elders that didn't take warm medicine yet. To avoid spreading. Maybe those coming from orphanages are great, but maybe the people that live on that house are not, or maybe people from school are not, or neighborhood. Alright, so you wash shirts, okay? I'm already rinsing, as I said, but you wash all the shirts, Okay? All right, you finish. Here's one more shirt, so you finish. Here. All right? Okay. You rinse them all, they're fine. Okay, you rinse them all, squeeze them well, shake them and hang. They're fine. Okay? Because hopefully they don't have anything bad on them. I mean, nothing really bad on them. Okay? All right, wash, hang, and then we keep going. Okay, so if you have, I have this t-shirt as a plain t-shirt that leaks a little paint. If you have anything like that, rinse all the other ones first. The clear ones, the dark ones that doesn't, does not leak. All right, you rinse those first, then you're gonna rinse the one that leaks a little bit because you don't want to waste. We need, so, and we also need uniform shirts, right? Colored uniform shirts. It's mandatory, everyone of all ages, from infants to elders, from preschool care until doctorate. Everyone, because we have to look respectful. Okay, teachers from preschool, from infants until the end of 4th grade can use shorts, respectful jeans shorts. But middle school and above need to wear pants. Men need to wear pants. Women can use capri pants on the middle of their leg, their lower leg, from knee to feet. Right? Capri pants can be there in the middle because we need to look respectful. We cannot go shorts. All right? But for the younger ones, that's fine. Teachers can use shorts. The principal, needs to wear pants from preschool all the way. And, every other teacher, it's okay. But the principal and husband and wife, right? The couple principal need to use pants from preschool until doctorate. From infants until doctorate, okay? All right, we're doing great, my friends. Okay? And on Saturday work, everyone use shorts. Everyone use shorts, all times. If it's winter, elders and up to 4 years old can use. But the other ones, the best as possible, already try practicing. Okay, already try practicing using shorts and not pants because we have to get used to it, right? Some people are healing, that's okay. Some people are just moved, right? So that's okay, but we have to get used to it, right? The best as possible, because in the future we're gonna use pants only during the real winter months, right? And all the other ones we need to wear shorts so we can get practice, right? I mean students. All right, I give you details on that afterwards, but for washing, that's how we're gonna do. All right, so you rinse all your shirts, and then I'm gonna talk about the pants, okay? Okay, my friends, so here you're boiling, right? Boiling, 5 minutes. This already boiled for 5 minutes. The alarm already rang. Remember, when the alarm rang, you still have 1 minute to go. Remember that? Okay. So, you're going to use the burner that's closer to the sink. And you need a very responsible adult. Get someone for the whole week. The best. You start with the best. Okay, so my complete, you see, it's all 0 to be really 5 minutes. Turn off. Okay, gonna take that out now. Okay, all right, gonna take that out. All right, so you have to make sure you have a very responsible person. You're gonna do, depends on the problem you have, you're gonna do that for 2 weeks or 4 weeks, and then again afterwards, right? When all the families get together, but you have to do it. If you have lice, if you have any worms, if you have any sexual transmitted disease, or if you have any skin problem, you have to do this. You boil. All right, so you boil, right? Okay, and here always have another boiling thing coming. If you have little children right there by the entrance of the kitchen, put the chairs. Forbidden for children or infants to get. Get someone in charge of that infant while you have about 1 hour, even 2 hours boiling things, because you have to boil every day if you have any problem, for 2 weeks or more. I'm gonna tell all these details afterwards, okay? So if this is your clean, here you already disinfect, you already put boiling water here, okay? And here, all right. Here on the side are things that you already washed. They might be dry, some dry, I'm just showing you, and some you just washed. You need to boil that. Remember, use the smallest towels you have. They're small hand towels. Look at this one. You know, smallest you can. Small hand towels. Okay, so this you already boiled. What you're gonna do? You turn off, because you save that electricity, right? You turn off, okay? So you come here and you put this there. All right, so you put on a side, and you're gonna rinse like all the others. All right, so you bring back, because that water is good, right? But before you mix both boils, you have to make sure this is boiling already. So you put the boil on, right? Okay, and you're gonna put the towel. So let's see how many fit. Fit one. Okay, fit one, that's a hand towel. Very thin, it's just it's like a kitchen towel, you know? Very thin. Let's see what else fits in there. So you want to do towels with towels. Let's try this one. So here 2 towels, okay? All right. Okay, you put the boiling water there just to go faster for your work, because they evaporate a lot, okay? All right, you have plenty of water. Make sure never ever put in a counter, because some counters are good for that, but some are not. So you just don't do it. You put here, okay? You put right there. All right, so this is already boiling. You have to make sure boil all around for you to start counting. What you do with this burner? You come here, you get more water. So you get more water, okay? The bottom is okay, because it's gonna go on a burner. Gonna burn any germ from the bottom, okay? So you make sure you always already have extra water boiling. It's gonna take about 1 or 2 hours, depends how many people you have in your family, but that's very important for you to do with everyone. Remember, if you have carpet, it's not 100% good yet, okay? All right, put the boiling water right here, okay? Ready. So when you finish those minutes, that one is already good. Okay, so you press, oh good, so you see, it's boiling all around, then it's okay, you can start putting your 5 minutes. Yeah, towel is better 10, if you are in a big problem, it's better 10 minutes. If you're in a little problem, you put 5 minutes, okay? Because some problems are severe, my friends, it's crazy. All right, so I'm going to put 5 because I'm just showing you, we don't have problems. And people didn't, you know, we don't have any adopted kids yet. And, all right, so you boil, and what you do, keep pressing, keep pressing. This is good to use this part. You can keep one bamboo or wood, just for this reason, a big pan like this, you see? Keep pressing, pressing, pressing every single day, my friends, okay? Make sure you get authorization. If you live in a rental house, make sure you get the authorization to take that carpet out, okay? Get that carpet out. The other thing is, when you broom, you see, you have to make sure when you broom, you don't sweep like this way, because then the dust is gonna go up anywhere. And you know, people for pinworms and some other things, the germs, the worms, the eggs go in the air. So you have to make sure you do things properly. If you can mop, switch, you don't need sweeping. If you already have tile all over, you don't have carpet, what you do? Mop with soap well. Then you mop well, rinse. Okay, you can even leave the soap a little bit, the area while you do the other area, and then you come back, so that you can leave a little soap. No, not soap, because then you're gonna be slippery. A little vinegar, yeah. Rinse everything with vinegar in a little wet fabric, and then rinse again with vinegar. Not soap, because you're gonna have to practice for the future. Elders gonna live with you, little children. Keep pressing. The person does not do anything else. The person is right there with focus. What do you have? At the door of the kitchen, you have a door. Some people have the stove in the middle of the kitchen, right? Like those center counters. So what you're gonna do, you're gonna put a chair on one side, and a chair on the other side, and you have to keep repeating to your children. Okay, of all ages. You cannot come here, it's forbidden. And ask them, someone to do something with them, or bathe them, or play with them, so the person that is here is 100% trustful to do this job. So you're not getting, a teen that, have ADD or ADHD, or even an elder that have Alzheimer's or something. Okay, all right, you boil. All right, you boil everything. Okay, all right, we come back soon. Okay, so here you are. Keep boiling, right? Keep boiling everything, pressing to make sure the surface also gets boiled. All right? Okay, so here it is. Boil. Okay, so 5 minutes done. So you're gonna do like the other towels, right? Remember? All right, so you hold with 2 hands really well. Bring over the pan, right? And then you're gonna do like everyone else. The other towels I show you. You're ready. Why you have to rinse, somebody might say. Because, for you to squeeze, you need to rinse, right? So you put here, you need to rinse. If the water is dirty, you're not boiling anything else, right? But the water is clean because you just rinse. Because might have a little soap, might have a little something, so you have to rinse anyway. So put the hot water very, very slow, very, very careful. Done. Okay? All right, keep it here in the metal part or the glass if you already have. Turn off for that minute because you don't need that. All right? So you're gonna rinse that. Remember what I show you? Put a little cold water here, right, on the other one where you're gonna hold, and you just rinse, squeeze, because you have to squeeze, it cannot be hot. And in case have a little soap. All right? Okay. Then you get more things. So you get another towel, someone else's towel, put it there, and you see what else can fit in there, right? So you have to boil. You can put underwear, you're gonna boil anyways, right? The only thing you have to avoid is brassieres because they have too much elastic and they will ruin it. But my friends, boil your towels, underwears, and even your shorts. Because you don't want to get contaminated from other people. That's another thing. It's mandatory for all clinics to clean their seats before they get any. Put water, right? Keep boiling. You see this other bottle here. Alright, so it's mandatory for all clinics to have the fan on all the time, window open all the time, and keep disinfecting those seats with alcohol. The person that does this job, clean everything. Everyone is outside, so you clean all the chairs, right, with alcohol, rubbing alcohol. In 5 minutes, everything is dry, doesn't smell bad anymore. What you do? Let the next group of people come in. Okay? All right, so you have the boiling water here, and you have, okay, so just to let you know, you start counting. No, look, it's boiling this side, but not the other side. You have to make sure everything is boiling. Oh, now it's coming. You see it's coming? Okay. All right, it's bubbling all around. You have to make sure it's bubbling all around. Use a big burner. You see, like here we have a small burner and a big burner. Use the big burner because that job gonna be more efficient, and you have a big pan anyways. Okay? All right. Okay, look, all over now. You see? You see it's boiling all over? All right, so now you come here and start counting your 5 or 10 minutes. If it's really bad, you need to boil for 10 minutes. We're gonna give a chart, okay? If it's more or less 5 minutes is plenty because you're squeezing down, okay? Squeezing down, squeezing down. So my friends, that's how we do it. That's how we do it. And the other thing is there's mean people in our planet, you know, so if you take a bus or anything, they would put a lice egg somewhere, you know, so cut your hair, make sure you never touch seats on the back that you don't know, okay, make sure you do all these things. While you wait for authorization to take the carpet out of your house, what you're gonna do? You can rent a machine to wash carpet. If you think gonna take a long time, rent the machine, wash everything. With what? With a little soap and water, because you don't want to leave soap on a carpet, right? You don't want to leave soap there, and then you're going to be breathing, and then going to be other problems. Asthma, bronchitis, allergies, because you're inhaling that soap that you couldn't rinse well, or you're inhaling that vinegar, right? The vinegar is the best. If you have AC, if you don't have AC, my friend, the best is to wait for that authorization because the carpet will take too long to dry. You know, if it's not a flat carpet, if it's really a flat one without the fuzz, you know, the towel fuzz, then it's okay. But if they have any fuzz, my friend, it takes forever to dry. You know, with AC, because I've been washing carpet in places I lived and even for other people for a long time. So, but we have AC. So, we have AC. It's okay. If you don't have AC, my friend, insist or move. Okay? All right. So, the other thing, you cannot be too close because when you press, you see the air? When you press, the air might send bubbles to you. So you always have to be like here, about a ½ meter distance from the stove. You see? You keep pressing, be careful with your hands. So always do that way. You see? So you go the air towards that way, not towards you. You don't push the bubble towards you because when you press that, the air might come to you. You push the bubble. You see? Can you see here bubble? All right. You press the bubble that way. You see, the air goes that way. All right? Press the bubble towards that way. You got it? Look, here's forming another bubble. How are you going to do? This way. It's the safest. Not the bubble. This way. This way. This way. Okay? So make sure you have a bamboo or wooden spoon like this one. Okay, because then it's easy to press, right? And yeah, for little things like the kitchen towel, you can use the back, but not the front. All right, so, okay. Now, what about this one? How are you gonna do? Figure out. You can roll it and do against yourself. That's the safest. If you have a bubble here towards you, you see, towards your body here, never do that. Never press because you don't have enough space to press. Just turn around like I did. Turn the clothes around and then you press. The other way around. Look. Okay? So need people that are paying attention. You cannot have children crying. You cannot have someone calling you. This job needs to be with someone that really gonna pay attention. Not someone that need to go to the bathroom, go to the bathroom before, wash your hands before, wash your nails before, because my friend, if you're doing all this job and then your nail is dirty or the surface is dirty, it doesn't work, right? Okay, so you boil, boil, boil. All right? Okay, 1 minute. It's still 1 minute, you see? It's not over yet. The alarm just told you, beep, 1 minute left to do it. So you cannot be exhausted to do this job, so you have to figure out when you're gonna do it. If you're gonna do every night or every morning, 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. What's the best for your family? But you have to do it every single day, okay? All right? Okay, so keep pressing, need to pay attention. And someone beside you at all times. Making sure that water is going. This water cannot be too high because it's gonna spill. We need to be at least 2 centimeters from the top. All right? Cannot be too high. Okay? All right, so you get that pan. Put here, 1 minute. Great, you got it turned off. Put that pan on the side. Okay? And then you're gonna do like all the others. I already told you. So the other person with you gonna be helping, right? It's your spouse if you have one. It's a teen or a grandparent, right? So that person also wash nails a lot, very well. Okay, so you're good to go. All right? Okay. So the water is a little dirty. What you do, dump and get a fresh, clean one for your pan. Rinse the pan, take the soap out, okay? All right, the pan got clean and fresh. All right, so the other person can help you to make sure no babies around, no kids around. You're gonna do the safest as possible. Come and get more water, all right? Okay, you're doing really great. Okay, so you got water going, always 2 centimeters from the top. Not crazy on high. Don't go too much on high. Go in a medium, right? Because it's not needed, medium heat. Like almost very high here. Almost very high, but not too high. Okay? All right, so here you got clean, fresh water, so you have to wait a little bit. While you wait, you do other things that are needed, okay? You rinse the clothes, the person's with you, but make sure don't leave those pans. You work here until the end. Okay, what about the count? You're gonna squeeze all your clothes, right? You have to disinfect the area with vinegar, leave 10 minutes before you put any clothes right here. Because you're not carrying around. If you have a bucket, you have to disinfect your bucket with vinegar for 10 minutes before you put all your clothes on a bucket. And the person with you gonna already be hanging in the best location you have at this time. Okay, my friends, so for people that have the worst diseases, they're gonna be seen in another area. They do not stay close to the healthy people because everyone gonna still need some vaccines according to where they live, right? We're doing all these cleaning procedures, right? All these procedures, but we need to be smart. People with very bad problems, they sit far away and everyone sit outside. The person that is calling each person or each family to come in, they're waiting outside. So you have about 20 or 40, depends how busy your clinic is, outside. Okay, outside. Why? And if it's possible, even with a fan there, you rub the alcohol after each group leaves. That row, that's okay. As soon as the person that is using alcohol will have a mask, so the person won't inhale the rubbing alcohol, right? So we're gonna say how many years we have to use rubbing alcohol. I guess for 4 years, depends the location, you know, rubbing alcohol, 4, 8, or even more. And how many years we're gonna need vinegar, you know, we're gonna make ourselves. And so we're gonna give details, hand sanitizer, because we cannot compare one country to another, even that we're going to have people. But for clinics that's still seen unhealthy, very unhealthy people, as I said, people with skin problems and other problems I already said, you know, they have to rub those chairs. They have to be far away, you know. We are going, people with lung problem, that's the worst, because can go far away. They talk, they go far away. Everyone will use mask. Everyone. People with bad lung problems, when they enter anywhere, they need their big, long masks that go until their neck, cover the neck here as well. Because we cannot have even a tiny drop getting out when they talk. Okay? They're gonna be checked when they arrive in a different location, you know, gonna be checked. And, you know, if needed, people are gonna have a number. They have to use that number, you know, their shirt or name. Something, you know, in a tag that when the child grows up or the adult doesn't need anymore, grew up, or the teenager. You know, the adult is better because they can use the same clothes over and over, just gonna have names. So we know who it is because they have all their face covered up. But my friends, that's how we're gonna end. Look, remember I told you, always put the bubbles the other way, towards the stove, not towards you. Turn and do the other bubbles the other way. Okay? Alright, you have hot boiling water here. Turn off. That's my last batch. Okay? So that's how you're gonna do it for all family members. That's how you're gonna do. Kitchen towels, shower towels. That's what you're gonna do. Pool, no towels. No towels, my friend. One less work in your life. You go, the pool water is okay. You cannot drink because it has chlorine. And some kids still might do pee in it or poo in it, right? You cannot drink that water. But you can bathe, you're gonna be fine, all right? Okay? And for the bathing suit, you pour water on an intimate part. You wash really well with soap and water, like the brassieres, you know, because if you boil them, they're gonna damage in a few times. So bathing suit and brassieres use well soap. And, you know, if they're white, you can put bleach. That's another option, okay? All right, so you boil, and that's how you're gonna do it, okay? All right, my friends. Okay, my friends, so I'm showing you if this start to happen. You see, it's almost to the edge. What happened? It's a little too much water and was a little soap. So, but if happen, not throwing away and start all over. Just do very careful. Do bubbles that are far away from you. Press this way, right? So the air gonna go that way, not towards you. Turn the clothes. And then you do the same, okay? Press, and always let the air 100% away from you, right? Okay, press, keep flipping because it was a little bit extra soap, all right? So if this happen, you already know what to do, very important. Okay, so you boil, make sure the germs, everything, it's killed with the boiling water, okay? An example of our socks, that's dirty, okay? This boy, my boy, used tennis shoes, but even like that, they're playing on the grass, they're playing around, get some things around. If you're gonna take it with your hand before you boil, you're gonna have your hands and your nails infected. So we have to think about all that. If you are in a situation you have to boil everything daily, you know, for 1 week, 2 weeks, 4 weeks, depend the problem you have and the region you are. So first you boil. Don't even wash them. First you boil, like underwear. No, underwear is different. You have to wash first. But so you boil first and then you take those little things out. Okay? Then you take. That is the best I found because then your hand is not dirty, right? You're ready, boys. No germs, no virus, nothing bad there. Okay? All right, my friends. So here it is. You know, I'm putting here the kitchen because I already boiled this. All right? All these socks, even that look dirty, but that's where we live. Some places, you know, they get stained. It's not dirty. All right, my friends. So here it is. Take care of your socks and think smart for everything you do. Be clean and safe. Okay, my friends, for calcium, we cannot have sesame seed for all countries, all families. So we're going to do the best we can, right? And use our own shells from our own chickens, all right? Okay, because they're going to be very healthy. You know, we know there's no chemicals there, you know, to use for calcium purposes, all right? For people that need calcium, all right? We're going to smash or crumble up really, really well in different ways. Can be those little pillars, you know, or smash garlic in some countries. Can be in different ways. So when you have a fine powder, you put in a refried pan and you're gonna mix. Go and go and go, all right? We're going to say how many minutes. That's important, just to kill the bacteria. The other way is to wash really well and don't wait too long. Wash and already rinse really well and already smash and already use. Then we don't need that because I don't know. That's more to kill the bacteria. Okay? All right? So, and then we're going to tell how much. So let's say a little tiny bit, depend the need of the person, right? You can swallow with water. Put a little bit and swallow with water. I think that's the best idea, okay, for those that need a better amount of calcium. And there's other ways. You're going to look online, more regular ways, right? But in the future, if in case it's needed, you know, it's important for us to know about this, okay? All right. Getting ready, everyone. So remember, this is good for white shells and also good for brown shells. All of them are good, okay? All right? And we keep them in a small glass. Wash well, put a little boiling water, right? So every family should have a little bit. 1 or 2 fingers in a jar, right? After taking the bacteria out, you have to remember, because if it's fresh, that's fine. But old bacteria cannot keep. So after using the pan, then you can do it, all right? Okay, very good. Okay, you have to boil your coffee drainer. So Until you have a proper one sewn, you use a little small piece of cotton, as I told you. Cannot be synthetic, need to be 100% cotton. I already told you that, but anyways. So about maybe 12 by 12 or so, right? Remember, you boil, depends how bad it is, once a week you boil that. Put a little water and you boil, okay? For the clothes, if you have, never put soap in here. Never put soap, that's important, okay? All right? Boy, keep pressing, pressing, pressing. All right, because you put your hands there, you never know. And refrigerator also have germs, so you have to boil once a week. And never keep outside the fridge to avoid ants, to avoid bugs, different bugs from different countries, all right? Okay, so you boil once a week. Now, for the clothes, when you're boiling your clothes, you have to remember, if you have soap, you don't use this part, okay? If you put in a drop of soap, a little bit of soap, it's okay. Try the best you can with the back, because you don't want soap to get impregnated this part, because this part is the part you cook with it, right?
Okay, my friend.
Okay.
This idea about
so
the
you
egg,
boil, right?
To check, right?
Okay.
That's it.
And you're done. Very good.
Idea
and then you can slide on that
have
metal, the stainless steel metal part. You can slide the real ones.
Case
This one is just a piece of fabric. If one day you need, you can use it, right?
But
why cannot be synthetic? Because you don't want particles of
chickens back to
synthetic clothes to be in your coffee, because the coffee is hot, right? Have to remember that.
Beds,
okay, we're getting really good, and get ready to do great and positive things.
Bed for sure.
Turn off and you're done. You have to remember, the place you put your little fabric, coffee fabric, you have to wash really well. Okay, whichever you have. It's a glass, a jar, this is easy, it's not so, you don't need too much, but if it's the real one, you're gonna need a little bigger container, such as a little plastic, that's a little taller, but easy to get. You don't want a jar, because you're gonna bring in and out, then that might crack. And you have to be careful how you boil glasses, right? I'm gonna tell you after, so they don't crack, right? Okay? All right, wash really well. And you can even throw a little hot water in there to disinfect sometimes, but that's not needed because it's plastic. So you want to avoid the heat, okay? Just wash soap and water, unless it's really bad, and then you can do sometimes, pour hot water, okay? All right, great. Okay, let's say a few words about our water bottle, okay? So this water bottle I use, as a water bottle, you have to remember, you can only have 2 per family. When you enter anywhere, it needs to be completely open without the cap for us to be sure that no gas is in there, nothing's in there. So that's how you're gonna enter the place holding upside down. Cannot be wet outside like this one, because I just washed it. It's just showing you. All right? You're gonna walk inside like that with the cap holding the other hand. So everyone said, you don't put your finger there, right? Soon as you enter, then you can close the cap. You can close the cap, and you're gonna do whichever you're doing. If you're going to the local library, if you're going, to register, because some other fountains, my friends, we cannot have disease. Bring your own. You're gonna fill out your water bottle in taps, and it's forbidden to touch the tap. Okay, we're gonna show you after what type we're gonna have, because people fill up on a tap, and then water fountain, it's not good. They can spread germs. All right, this is how you're gonna wash those bottles. Put a little fabric, a little bit of soap, and shake round and round. Make sure when you're doing round, you do a few times this way, this way, this way, this way, And then the top, you just wash yourself, going in and out like that. All right? Okay. And this kitchen towels, you have to boil every week. If you are doing that very hazard area for worms or for things, you just boil every day. At the end of the dinner, boil. In the morning, everything is clean. You clean all the counter and everything. Okay? Now I'm already going to tell you about the turmeric. You cannot purchase turmeric in powder. Be careful unless you see the person doing, the person that sells them. Why? If they do it right there in front of you, because many are mixed. They're not pure. So you're going to think you're eating turmeric and you're not. Get the real turmeric and plant as soon as possible. That's the best way. Okay, that's the best way, because even here in the United States we have two different ones. So they're real, not real, but then they get this species because some are more yellow than others. Just get yours and plant, okay? That's the best way, all right? And don't purchase like that. If you purchase the whole root, right, the rhizome, what you do? Cut in little pieces and chew, right on the beginning of your meal. By the end, you finish your bowl. My friends, the other thing, you eat that turmeric before, right on the first few bites. You chew 40 times, okay? Why? Because the turmeric has a little oil or something in it, you know? And when you eat, because you're going to eat with the root, right? The root with the skin. You don't need to take the skin out because it's too thin. You don't want to waste anything. All right, so you cut really tiny, sprinkle around. By the time you finish that bowl, you finish eating that bowl, you don't have more turmeric root stuck to your teeth. Okay? That's very important. So you will use everything on it, 100%. So if you don't have, purchase, but make sure the person is grinding it right in front of you. Don't want any mixture that's gonna make you even worse. All right? Purchase the rhizome. Purchase a lot of it and already plant. Use and plant, okay? All right. Remember, get the rhizome, sprinkle a little bit here and there, right? And as soon as some sprouts come up, you plant them. But that's another video. I'm just letting you know. Purchase a lot of it and get ready. Okay, so here I'm going to show you a few things. It's forbidden to keep anything on the top of the cabinets, anything on the top of the refrigerator. It's forbidden or not needed. All these things on the counter is not needed. You can only keep a jar with wooden spoons, wooden or bamboo spoons and spatula. That's it. Because we need the counter clean. It's easier to disinfect, it's easy to clean. It's also forbidden to have filters like this or ice makers on the side door. Okay, so you see this filter here? Forbidden. Water filter, you know, with cold water or ice maker on a door of the refrigerator is forbidden. It's also forbidden to keep anything on the top of the refrigerator or signs. We already talked about that, okay? All these things are very important. It's also forbidden to have anything hung there or baskets here, okay? So we can only have one jar for the spoons, wooden bamboo spoons, and one for fruits, okay? Even the one for fruits now, we're going to do the best we can to keep them inside the fridge. Wash, dry, and put them inside the fridge. It's also forbidden to have drawers. On the future, we're not going to have drawers of any type, not even those for silverware. We're going to open a cabinet, for example, here or closer to the sink here, for example, right closer. And the silverware going to be placed right there, not in drawers. It's also forbidden to have drawers on the refrigerator because a lot of work to clean the drawers and clean the frames and they break. So we are just going to have shelves, strong shelves that are easily removed, transparent shelves, very strong glass, and everyone gonna be really careful when they put things in and out so they won't scratch, right? So they're still visible. We are not going to have any rugs like that because it's too hard to wash, okay? And nobody gonna be dripping. People wash dishes, they don't drip on the floor. It's not needed, not even for the sink, all right? And we also don't keep anything on the top of the table. We clean everything, leave everything clean and neat every day. Or you do it early in the morning, right? All this disinfecting thing, or you do it late at night. Okay? All right? Because we need to boil things, we need to disinfect counters, all of this, okay? All right, so we're also not going to have microwave of any type. All of them need to be taken out during the 2 days cleanup, and all old stoves, needs to be taken out as well. They can already take the drawer. People are not going to be without cooking. But the main part can stay until the new ones, the flat ones, will be installed. All right? The refrigerators as well. And every community having them already ordered them ahead so they can be installed during these 4 weeks at home. Because people, it's easy. Take them out from the box. Going to be a lot of men during the 4 weeks, right? The husbands from everyone. They help each other and they just slide in the apartments, the houses, the real one with one door. We're not having huge refrigerators as well. Okay? And those are easily removed out, but these need more days. But the refrigerators, everyone with refrigerators that are not right, not good. Okay? And the microwaves need to be taken out. So during the 2 weeks cleanup, we have to clean up everything. The other thing is about the chairs. We are not going to have paddings. People, let's say some elders might have some problems their back. They use a towel, wash on the day to wash. They have to wash, boil everything. Because those paddings, my friend, they keep dust mites. They keep warm eggs there, We cannot wash it. Inside is really hard. So we can have some padding for people that work in an office or some special office, plastic, covered in plastic, that they can use proper alcohol, rubbing alcohol, but not like this, okay? All right? And the count is already said. We have to disinfect every day. Clean, clean, clean. Before you go to sleep, disinfect with vinegar. All right? Okay, here we are. So here's another example. We are not keeping anything like that. Forbidden to have plastic plants, any decoration like that. Those that open with a TV inside, nothing of that. We are just going to have the very thin table in the living room. All right? Okay. So it's forbidden to have glass top. Need to be replaced. Okay? Paddings already talked. All this bulky couch, it's completely out. Because imagine to disinfect all that. How are you going to do it? We are not going to get sick. We are going to have a clean humanity. All right? So all of these need to be disinfected. People that have curtains, if they're fabric, they need to be washed. Once a month, whichever gonna get, for the germs to get out. And people have wood, already says the same as tile. Mop, 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 and don't sweep. If you had any problem with worms, anything else, because when you sweep, you bring out, or sweep really gentle if it's really there. But everyone's gonna wash clean their shoes by the entrance, right? And we're not going to have pillows like that. The only people going to have extra pillows are the mothers, pregnant mothers, right? And I think grandparents as well, so people can have. We're going to give details who can have those because they're not needed. We sit on chairs, get up. Okay? All right? So we're going to show you how the padding from couches will be because we can have it. But they're going to be really washable and how thin they're going to be, type of cover we're going to explain. The other thing you cannot have are those tall chairs here that I already said. Okay? So, yeah, we're not going to have mirrors anywhere. Not in a living room, not in a bedroom. They're not needed. Only inside the bathroom. That's it. No cabinets like this. Okay? Alright, no cabinets like that. Gonna be just a regular table, thin table. People coming from the street, they have a place to put their things, right? So, yeah, no cabinet like this, all right? Okay, my friends, so we're doing really great. I'll talk to you soon. Yeah, if we have, for example, if every house can have two, you know, we're gonna not use now, in the future, you know, and see it's gonna be 2 or 4. I think 2 is the best, not 3. We're not going to have any sitting 3, and we're not going to have this removable one, and not the corner one. The other thing, you know, some kitchen, they have, at least here in the United States, I saw many times. You see, when it's in a corner, they have the sliding cabinet shelves. Do you know those? That you roll them to get things on the back. Oh, not needed. Oh, gonna be completely blocked. They're straight one side or straight the other side, nothing rolling in the middle. Also for tables, we're not going to have anything rolling in the middle of tables. You see? Because some people, they serve others and they roll it here, you know, with different things. We're not going to have that, so not needed, not sustainable. Just put the things on a table. People can serve themselves, okay? Okay, so here, for example, right? We have, it's forbidden to have garage. So people have garage, you have to clean them up, paint, put a big window there, you know, a fan, light on the top, ceiling light with a fan, and already close the side. If they want, you know, they can make, because some houses are shaped so bad and the main entrance really squeeze in the middle there, but they already closed. Or they can put 2 big windows on the front. That's another option. So owners need to see what's best for them, right? So it's fine, they can put 2 big windows on the front and close the rest with wall. All right, okay, with wall. They can put a window that will match the other ones, right? Okay. The other way, if that door, you see that door here, how it's hidden on the back, doesn't look good. So if they want, they put the front door here and 1 big window here, you know, like round on the top or straight, whichever, to match the others, right? If they're old, they have to replace everything anyways, okay? All right, so that's how we're going to do. And then you close that door, you see there? That front door that's tiny and hidden, and put a big door here and a beautiful window here. It's enough room. All right, and then you open that wall and make more space. If you want 1 more bedroom, you just put 2 windows and 1 bathroom there. All right, let's see what else. So it's forbidden to have any number with the 3 at the end. No 3, no 13, no 23, okay? So we're not having any of those numbers, and no 7 as well, because they have no match, right? Okay? So 3 are not going to be placed. So every house gonna go until 2,000 something, because we don't need. We just start counting again. So no 3,000 and no 4 or 7 here at the end. So you see here better the tiny door hidden there? Okay, so that's a way you can change. All right, it's forbidden to leave holes like that. If you're using the sprinklers on, above ground sprinkler, that's fine. If you don't, take it out. All these bushes mandatory to take out. These bushes mandatory to take out, okay? Let's see what else. Yeah, you see that garage already have a side window there, but you have to choose what you need that big garage for, okay? All right? And then you can take these things out in case you have one, you know, if you're gonna block that door. Okay? Bushes, so it's forbidden to have any bushes. You need to at the front of your house, okay? You can plant gardens, not big bushes, not big trees. We have to see the house. You can plant them on a side, but not right in front, okay? All right, so let's see what else. The door already talked a few times, right? You're gonna have all the way on the top, the one inside, so you're safe. At night, no one come in, no one get out, right? The one inside, all the way on the top with the hole, you know, the sliding. I'm gonna show you here. The sliding, I forgot the word, let me show you. Sorry, my cell phone sometimes does not turn off. Okay, I'm going to show you one, but then I'm gonna show you another one. This one, it seemed good.
Security and privacy with Ryoka's portable door lock. It has two pass-throughs that will fit virtually any door. First, see which pass-through fits your door strike plate. Turn the doorknob and close the door over the lock. Secure the lock by inserting the latch into the hole closest to the door and slide the latch down. To remove, take out the latch and open the door.
That seemed good, right? Seemed very good, but that's still not the one I want to show you. We are going to make a good study because some people deal with this every day, right? Gonna make study because we're not going to have cell phones, because some are even connected to cell phones, but we're not going to have cell phones in the future. So we need something that will be really sustainable, so no one can get out and no one can get in, both ways. All right? Okay. I think I know. It's easy to use. When you are inside, what about when you're outside? That type. It screws. So here, my friends, you cannot have this type because this type has battery inside, you know, and we're not going to have cell phone on the future. So this one is good. You see this one? They have eight screws. You see here written 8 screws. This is a good one. All right, $15. But just for us to study, you see this other type there? Probably it's not the best either because it has the number, need the key there, and the key doesn't seem so secure. So I think the best that we're going to have is this key that is in 4 and not only straight. Usually the keys, when you look at them, they're only straight, right? And they have dents all over. You turn them just a quarter, you know, space, but they have, you know, dents all over. Those are very good, okay? And dents are different. Each side are different. They don't slide too much. It's just about a quarter, you know, turn. That's how much they turn, okay? All right, so we're gonna make a study about all this. Okay, my friends, so I didn't find the right one yet because the right one, it is something like that, but you slide. When you put all the way on the top of the door, you slide. For the little children, 1, 2, 4 years old, they cannot open. But at night, you put the proper key. They have this part as well. We cannot have screws that are too short. They're not good. People can take them out. You see, we need long screws, not to pass the door, but we need long screws. 8 of them. Okay? That's very important. So parents go to sleep, that's what they're going to do. They're going to put this there, right? So they're safe because, my friends, that's the only way. So Saturday, parents cannot lock their children inside because everyone needs to work outside anyways. Sunday, it's a fun day. Everyone needs to see the families there. No one going to hide children or teens or, elders at the house. Not teens, but children or elders. They have no chance. Everyone gonna know where they live, where they are, right? Okay? And if a teen does not come home, they have to tell the security guard. They have to contact. Don't wait, right? They have up to 2 hours. They don't know where they are. Call, make the report on your cell phone. While you have your cell phone, make the report. Past 2 hours, you have to make that report, not wait 24 hours. No, okay? And they're going to pay for their consequences. All right, so here it is. Okay, and at night, parents going to use that and put the proper lock. That I'm trying to figure out one maybe with numbers instead of a key, because both parents going to know the number and it's easier to remember. All right? Okay, so in a few words, that's more idea. We're going to tell exactly which one will be the best. It is something like that. But it's not the real one because it's not long. You see here? That's my word because you slide, So if you're here at the house, you don't want the children, because children, even dogs open the door, right? You don't want that. So all the way on the top of the door, about 10 centimeters before the end of the door, the adults can close and open. Just use like that. And at night, they put the hook on the loop. You see the loop here? The same loop as this one. At night, we have to put the loop. Until 2 years or so, you know about everyone doing good practices, right? And forever when you need. All right? Forever. Because we need to be safe. Parents are in charge of their children, teens, and elders that live with them. Right? Okay. Here's another one. You see there? This seems really efficient as well. And here's the key. So during the day, they're good. Parents are around, but they're short dogs, not out. Children, teens, But when they need, if they need to take a nap or they're going to sleep at night, lock it. So that's another good idea. We just have to see which one is the most durable. Right? And it's not this, because this one has plastic in it. I'd rather have the other one that's plain metal, because we don't want to make anything that will be ships inside. We don't know where they came from, who made them, which country made them, right? So I think the metal is the best. Okay. All right, I'm just trying to see if I find other options. So you see this one here? Not good. You just put it down, but then at night, you cannot do anything. We also have to check for the gate, for the front of the communities, commercial sites. Everywhere gonna have a gate. It's forbidden to jump the walls, forbidden to jump the gates, forbidden. That's the only way, my friends. We have to be safe. We need the humanity to be safe. This is not good. I'm just showing you different ones that are not good because they don't have a space, and this one has too much plastic. It's not good either. So far as I saw, the two I showed you earlier, the best, like this one, but need to be thicker because people bent that. And they cannot have only these 5 screws. They need to have more screws, okay? And long, always long. Okay, my friends, this is something we're not going to have because they're not good, like this. All these 3 ones are not good. They're not strong enough. They're not thick enough. Even that they have more screws. The screws are small. All of this is not good. They don't have a place for a key. They don't have a place for a lock. Because when, for example, you have dogs, right? If they have to be locked, that's okay. But then they have to be 100% locked, because some dogs, they open their gates. Some children can open and go there. So we have to be safe with all these locks, need to be 100% locks. Is about the pool. The pool also needs 100% lock, because we are going, it's mandatory, the pool gonna have, it's gonna be closed all around, or with big fence, or with small fence, whichever it is. You know, they cannot open, and only one door to the pool, one door with a lock all the time. If it's from outside to the outside, or if it's from the house to the pool area, they need to have this 100% lock. Yes, you're not going to take chances, my friend. Every life, it's a life. You're not going to have babies there, all right? So if we have a door that goes to the pool, or if people need to go outside the house to enter the pool, needs to have a lock. And it's forbidden for people to have their own pool anyways. We're going to have community pools for everyone. Even the houses that have their own pool, you know, like single family homes, need to be take them out and have only a pool for the whole community. So, you know, people of the whole street use one pool. People from the whole street use another pool. Communities, all right? And all communities need what? 2 meters wall all around, and gate, yes, gate, proper gates to enter those communities, okay? Okay, I did not find the other one. The other one is similar to this, but it's not round and long. It's more flat. We have to see, and now I just realized cannot be all the way on the top, because if someone try to get inside, right? So it need to be closer to the middle part, but not too low, because then on regular days you can use for the little kids, right? So it need to be maybe 1.5 meters from the top, because if it's all the way on the top, it's not good as well. It is something like that. Also have this hook here to put the lock inside. The lock can be the numbers, as I said, or a key, for side key, for dent key, and the screws need to be long. So our door is going to be really strong and good forever, with very good metal. We're not having doors made out of wood, because with time they get bad. If we are making doors with wood, can only be if the house has really good entrance, you know, roof covering, no rain, that's okay for metal and for wood, so they're protected, okay? So if you're fixing, like I said, the garage, or if you're fixing a new thing, you need, let's say, 2 meters of protection from the front door. No straight rain. 2 meters of roof covering, okay? And we're going to make a study and let you know which one is the most positive. Because if we have this base, you see this base here, and more screws, maybe 8 screws, that seems good, right? And this metal, instead of skinny, can be larger, longer, right? So that's just for us to figure out. The other one has something long like this, you know, you slide over. But anyways, here's some ideas. Okay, so here we have some door, you know, door viewer. All right, so it's mandatory for everyone to have. We're going to tell you which one is the strongest, you know, and we are going to install them. It's forbidden to have this, because that's not needed. It's you know, people go and knock the door. That very rarely people are going to knock other people's door. But anyways, if needed, they knock the door and wait. We don't need that. It's a waste of material, not needed. But this is mandatory. Very strong one. Very durable. That air cannot go in. That they are already sealable. You know, in a very good material that cannot be rusted. Very strong metal. Okay? All right? and can have a very good view. You see, we have different prices. Look, this is $14, and one very similar is $2. So probably this one is bad. Probably this one is the good one. Okay? So it's called one-way wide-angle viewer door. It's longer. This one is a half-inch bore, 180 degrees viewer. So probably this one is much better. All right? So we have to check all these things. And then make the ones that are very durable for us. Okay?
You want to take that into
so it's
account.
forbidden
So
to have
we're putting this high
rifts,
enough to see
but
through
he's
the
showing
reef
how
and
to
at the
how
right
to
height for
install
the home
it.
occupant. You don't want to place it
see?
so that the person living in the home has to get on a stool if they're not very tall. This is the one I'm going to install. It's 2 parts, and as you can see, there's not much room for air. See the lip at the top and the bottom. If I drill a hole at the wrong size, it's going to show. So I have to make sure that the hole I drill is the exact size. So I found the mark that we made on the inside of the door.
You also cannot put too high, because just in case, you know, not for children, but for older children, you know, if they're inside, they can climb. It's forbidden to open the door if you're not 100% sure who is outside. Say their name. It's not a good way. You have to see the person, because people can fake voices out. They know your family name. So if grandparents are coming, they're your neighbors, you have to see them. You cannot let them in, okay? So here he's going to show how
Sides
to
of the door at the same
to
time
make
if I stand in
find the
of it.
middle of
And
it.
use a ruler.
Look,
Here
that's
I
a
don't
good
need one
way.
because there's a center panel.
In case
I'm
you
marking a
have
piece of
this,
paper
right?
folding it
But
in
our
half, so I
door
can
is
find
not
the
going to
center
have
there.
that. All
And
right,
make
you
sure
found the
get
middle
center of
there.
the door because you don't want it to be off.
So we are going to give instructions for everything, but it's forbidden. You don't know. And you know, on the side, if someone is hidden on a side, so you need a very good eye door viewer. Very good, the peephole. And we're gonna see the good name for it. All right? Okay, so just to go quick, that's what, and then he find the center and use the proper screw. You know, all this we can do it during the 4 weeks if the people has already the right doors, right? But for security reasons, until the right ones, it's important for everyone to have their own, right? There it is. Okay, and then you complete
That's
attaching.
it. Thanks for watching. I hope it's been helpful.
Here it
Have
is.
an awesome day.
Install it. Okay. Also, stingrays are on the list of extinction. We don't need them. They can hurt people. Okay. And crabs of all types, we're not going to use them as well, right? We're going to use other crustaceans that can be planted on those areas that they can live, right? With plants and proper area for them to eat, and also promote microbes to the land, but not crabs. Crabs are part of the extinction list. We don't need any of them. Okay, so here you see you have to be careful with stingrays.
A father and son help a stingray that just gave birth on land.
You see, they can become really big and they can hurt. You see, can be huge. So you have to be careful, because when they hide in the sand, people are walking, they can get hurt. Look how big they can get. They're huge. Some of them are huge. Okay, the beach, the river, we have to be really careful. The other thing, my friends, I was thinking, because we have 4 seasons and 3 months each. So I'm trying to figure out if we can do anything about that. You know, so we can have longer month maybe, you know, maybe, I don't know how we can do, but we have 2 less weeks or more weeks, but instead of 4 months, have 4 months. Instead instead of 3 months, sorry, instead of 3 months each season, we would have 4 months. So I'm trying to figure out how we can do that. We need some specialists to help us out, okay? Because that's the most sustainable. If we can do it, it will be really great. Or just have 2 seasons of the year. You know, the rainy season and the dry season, or we can call it spring and summer. Maybe that will be 2 positive words, right? 6 months each. I think that's another way we can do it, right? Because the year is already, we have to use the pattern we already used. 365 days, right? 52 weeks a year. But let's think about that and how we can renew instead of having 3 months each season. Okay? All right. Write your proposal, send it to us, and I see you soon. Hi, my friends. At the school, we are going to use cups, you know, stackable cups. And I don't have one to show you here, but they are stainless steel. And we're gonna have hooks, wooden hooks, you know, and put them upside down like that. So it never will be water stain on the cups. So children are gonna learn how to count how many cups. When they put cups, they put up to the top right here. So they will learn how to count the tops. For now, it's okay. We can have bottles and lock the clean bottles at the end of the day, right? Everyone with their own names to avoid touching each other. Or we can already start with the pattern. We are going to engrave every cup, so they're going to use along all their years, from infants, because they cannot have suckable cups. They're going to have regular cups, stainless steel cups, right? And until doctorate, they're going to have that name. And for all new ones, going to have just numbers. So if you have 20 or, you know, up to 28 in each class, put the numbers, right? I'm going to be using over and over those numbers. That's the two ideas I got. Okay? All right? Now, during these first 2 years or so, we need bottles, long bottles like this, not with the small top, a little larger, because we have to count to make sure everyone is well hydrated, because as I said, people are going to be out a lot, they're not used to, maybe just for the first year, maybe second year, then we recycle them, right? They're going to be transparent, and they have to drink that, and the teachers going outside, they lock their doors, so nobody's going to put chemicals in each other's cup. Have to be really careful about everything, okay? All right? And the numbers on the stainless steel cups gonna be on the bottom, because they're always gonna be bottom and side. So if you have here, you know, on the bottom and also on the side here, you know, because if to pick up there is gonna be easy to find, and also this way. And when we have the hooks for them to put the cups upside down, will always be a camera close by there, right? That's very important. And this way, gonna be like a metal. You know those metal dish drainers, you know, but they are in metal and they have the hooks for cups. This has plastic, but some are stainless steel. You know, something like that. They have the hooks facing up, right? And that's how you're gonna do it. And every day you're gonna have a group of children washing them. Washing, put to disinfect, soaked in vinegar, right? Plain vinegar. So they put a half like that, all of them. You know, if the water is here, and then they flip them on the other side. Something like that, right? Because we have to really disinfect them and then drain them. Some can be even on a wall, right? If you have a proper count or something. No, not on a wall, because then one drips to another. and they have to be able to use all day. I think a tray or the bottle might be reasonable, right? And we disinfect the tray, okay? All right, we're doing really great. Plastic is about 10 centimeters high, and it screws. You see, it's a Ziploc plastic, you know. We need that in all countries. So you just slide, and you know, you cannot take because you have to attached, you know, I don't know how to say it, slide. You see, has the things here. You have to roll it to close it. That's the best one for the soap, one for the lint. Put all your lint in there, done, okay? All right, so that's very good. Okay, my friends, let's get ready. Okay, the other thing is like, for example, if the underwear is like in a pattern that of fabric that's not allowed, it's only during the 28 weeks. Afterwards, we need proper clothes. You know, so everyone need solid colors. If you have a kitchen towel or a regular shower towel that's not on a proper pattern, you need to get the solid color as soon as possible, okay? For us to be organized and up to date. It's everyone needs to be up to date to register their family. So my friends, let's hurry up because no one is registering at the end of the 28 weeks, right? We have to get ready soon, okay? Another thing, my friends, forbidden to have band-aids. They're not needed. Families going for the first time, gonna get their vaccines, they get at the end of the day, 4 o'clock start. They get the vaccines, go home because it hurt. People need to get home, take a shower and go to bed, eat and go to bed. And it's mandatory to eat before as well. You know, so you have something going on, you know, already moving in your body. Do not take vaccines in empty stomach. All right, eat something. So they have their snacks about 3 o'clock, right? At those trailer places I said. So the whole family gonna take their vaccines needed, the ones that are needed, at the end of the day. From 4 to 6, they go home until 5:55, sorry. All right, and they go home, eat, take a shower, go to bed, so they can rest. And depending on the vaccine, people are not taking both sides because they need one side to rest, to sleep. They can't have pain on both sides, not needed. They can take another vaccine next day, like here in Florida. I've seen that before a few times. They give one in one side, one on the other side. It's not needed. So children, adults can sleep, can rest at night. They need one side that does not hurt. Makes sense, right? Okay. So the other thing is that if many years ago, for the pox, the regular pox, that was eradicated, but they gave, like in Brazil, they used fire to burn the needles. Needles were not disposable. So we have to figure out if that's safe or not. How they did it. Because they did it. They did. They used fire. They burned the needles, right? They burned the needles. So we have to figure out a way which one, you know, it's safe or not, or we need billions and billions and billions of new needles or not. Which ones are safe, which one is not safe, you know, because they did that. You know, I'm the one of the people that took those vaccines. You know, they have the mark on the side, so maybe I'm mistaken, but we have to study about this and see. But if it's the 100% safe, it's to have billions and billions of needles, let's do it. Recycle them properly, right? Burn them, whichever. Incinerate them. But we don't need Band-Aids. So what we're going to do, people rub a big area of the arm before give vaccine. The person is not, have sleeves on, cover up with the sleeves, done, go home. It's not going to get germs, you know, it's a tiny hole, gonna heal very soon. Cover up, put the shirt back, okay? And give the person a little cotton with the alcohol. The person can rub a little bit, a few times, done. But Band-aids are really not sustainable, not needed. People can't recycle. People are not going to have trash at home anymore. It's not burnable, right? Cannot incinerate them at the community burner, all right? Okay, so let's be really smart, and we are going to give all the details after. I'm just making sure I mention the best I can for us to have professionals giving the best option for all these items. The other thing, my friends, you have to, when you have your meeting, family meeting with everyone, you're already gonna say, if you bring anything negative, go to the trash, and I don't owe you $1. You're gonna say, or a point. You're gonna say the money of your country. Why is that, my friends? Because that's the only way. So if your teen, or your spouse, or a child bring anything from school, from supermarket, from friends that's not authorized, go in the trash. You don't owe them $1 or a point, okay, a peace point. And you already explain everything, right? No gum, no juice of any type, not even juice with fiber, no milk of any type, no bread, right? So you have to do these things, right? Because we have to get rid of them to be healthy. Nothing with white sugar, no white sugar at all, no artificial sweetener, no Splenda, nothing of that, okay? Because they hurt, they kill good bacteria from our gut. We cannot have them, all right? So anything, no toaster, no coffee maker, no vacuum cleaner, nothing, anything bad. And if they bring, go in the trash. No tennis shoes with many colors, everything. No shirts with words, with sentences, or with non-authorized pattern. Okay, because all these things, or you wait a few days to buy. If you're not finding it, wait a few days to buy. Okay, we can even have something, for example, short or something that still have all the pockets. This you can buy, if you go to a thrift store, but you're not to buy any ripped clothes, those shredded clothes. Cut here, cut there, shredded this, shredded there. No, we're not having those things, right? You have to be really pay attention with all these things. All right, so you have to remind them over and over. Every day you need to have a meeting, even that short. And you're going to have a list at our website. You're going to have a list of things. For now, people are going to have on their phone the Peace app. You're just going to check, because some days you focus in one subject, some days you focus on other, and the following week you repeat everything. So every Monday a few subjects, every Tuesday a few others, depends on the age group you have, and some things is for everyone, all age groups. Because that's the only way, my friends, only way we're gonna get going. All right? The only way. So, because there are millenniums and millenniums, we need to get this humanity better. Millenniums, my friend, millenniums, right? So thousands and thousands and thousands of years, right? And then comes millenniums and millenniums of years. For the humanity to be like that, there's no way. We have to be better, okay? So, if anything, so you're gonna have a list. I'm just saying a few examples, but you're gonna have a list of all details, all right? And when people go to school, because I said shorts for everyone, right? But for the middle and high school that's going to a place that they're going to still clean up, still some weeds, tall, and then on those days they come with pants and they have to wear the boots. That's different. Once a week or so, right? So they come with boots. And next day, they're not going to do that same job. They come in shorts again. Another class is going because then we have to wash that long pants. So if they have weeds, let's say by the knee or by their hip, because some are tall, right? So they're only going if it's short, because if maybe up to 20 centimeters or so, because if they're taller than that, they're not allowed to be walking with past the tractor. You have to be smart. Pass the tractor again, kill the weed, pass again, because as they move, right, there's some tracks, they take only the top layer and flip them over, you know, instead of aerating the soil, they're just going to flip over to take the weeds out. And then those classes gonna go there and rake, you know, make this grass to die, right? They're gonna rake. All right, but then it's different. On the days they work in those places, they come in long pants, white boots by their knee, the whole class, working close to the teachers. And pay attention, right? Pay attention. You know, they go together in line. So if it's any snake, anything, what happened? They see, they hear the noise. So hopefully they're gonna go out, right? And what's gonna be planted on that area? So if it's just will be an agroforestry for the school, or gonna be real fruit trees, like, you know, community gardens with orchard, what gonna be? So all these details, you have to follow instructions really carefully. The other days, all students come with shorts. Shorts by the knee, respectful shorts, such as like social jeans shorts, right? And they don't need pockets, as I said. Only parents have pockets, right? When they're married and older, they have pockets. One pocket, right, for the key and the documents, right? Okay, so we don't need 4 pockets. They're not needed 4 pockets. We're gonna decide which one is the best, the back or the front. We're just gonna have one for their documents. And the key gonna be the inside pocket, the one I already talked about with the hook, like the belt hook, but inside, not outside. Okay? All right. And for people at the university, the same way. When they're going to work in new areas, they come with pants. Everyone, right, gonna go in pants. The students for adult education and for university, still deciding about that. Because if you respectful shorts, they can come in shorts, right? To be easy to wash. That's my main concern. To be really, we have to really get hygiene in our planet. Wash and be clean, right? Okay. So, be adults from adult education, university, the same way to go in new areas that people have not been going for a while. They bring a dog first, like early in the morning. A dog from somebody approved, right? From one of those 10 department directors, or 2 dogs. So they go around. And some train just for this, to find burrows from bunnies, but might be a snake in there. So we have to check, so you put the dogs first, a day before, put the dogs one more time, and then people go. The people do not go if the dogs didn't go yet, right? If it's an area that people don't touch and the tractors haven't been there. If the tractors move over and over, probably will be better, right? And you have to remember, you have to close the doors all the time. Nets at the windows, so we won't have snakes coming through the windows, people on the first floor, and doors closed all the time. We have to pay attention because there's a lot of land that we're gonna trim. That's the only way. Take, a lot of weeds out and bushes and trees, woods, real woods. We're gonna cut them off, right? So pay attention, pay attention. Have the chickens going over and over, on these places, because we're gonna need those lands to plant tree, but we have to be safe. So pay attention. Always, always close door. Depending which area it is, you put the nets in all windows, first floor, because some snakes goes on windows. Take all the bushes, clear really well all around the schools, around the community, around the buildings. Make sure everything is really clear. Have your chickens, right? Have a few dogs trained. And then you're gonna pass the tractor on that big main area that supposedly will be your neighbor area, because school's gonna be like in small farms, We need a lot of trees planted, right? Okay? All right, so I think we're doing great. So we're safe and smart, and we're getting ready. Okay, my friends, the other thing is that if there is still any staff member or volunteer from FBI, CIA, United Nations, NASA, any other organization, profit or non-profit, in the whole entire planet, they have to resign. Because now we are going to have one work with one book with rules and guidelines, and that one is from the Clean Water and Peace Organization. We cannot have too many because that doesn't work. We already know that. For anyone that have a special position, need to write their letter. They have 10 minutes. Write their letter and have 4 total signatures and 2 stamps. If it's a simple position, can have 2 signatures and 1 or 2 stamps. This also include the work of Red Cross, Salvation Army, and every other one. All Goodwill stores gonna become independent stores with 10 department directors. Thrift stores, real thrift stores. And everyone to become registered needs to be healthy, strong, and up to date. That's the only way. We are not registering people that does not want to cooperate or those that are not healthy. So people need to hurry up, get healthy, get organized, get going. Also, people that own big companies or have many houses or vacation houses need to get rid of it. Already give to someone that needs done, or have available. Give to the realtor, say, look, give to someone that needs. Or offer to, people that they know in their own city or somebody they know, because people gonna own one house, one house. One housing, that can be a house or apartment, not many. Because we already have a lot of housing built in our planet. So if we really share, that will be great. So people in need have a house, right? Okay, my friends, so let's get organized and ready, healthy, so we all can be registered in a proper way, right? And get really organized to improve our humanity. This is not for me or for you. It's for the entire humanity. That's what our work is for, okay? All right, we're doing great.
Okay, my friends, so I just want to be clear. So today is August 22nd, 2022. For the family to get registered, they need everything up to date. They need their new stove installed, they need the proper refrigerator, they need fans on the roof, all these basic things they're needed, because how they're gonna, carpet out. They need proper clothes on a proper amount that we're gonna establish for everyone, because how are they gonna go to school if they don't have enough clothes, right? So the families need to do the basics for them to go to their new home. That's different. That's something else. Like families to be transferred to their own house, right? Or to help to build their own house. So they need to have all the basics I already said before. The basic shots, no lice, no scabies, no worms, take the basic vaccines, right? But for them to be really fully registered, they need all these other details for the house, for the clothes, shoes, everything else, tile on their homes, okay? All right, so just to be clear. So they will be able to move to their new location. Or for those that are staying in the same place, they can be registered, okay? The other improvement that everyone that lives in a place more than 4 years need to move, because it's important for us to renew anyways. Because some people live 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 years in the same house. It's time to move to another city, Yes, to another city, another county. Very important, my friends, for us to because some people are afraid. Some people, because they didn't even think about the opportunity of doing that. But it's important. We have to move to another county, okay? So that's another improvement. Mandatory. More than 4 years in one place, mandatory to move. The other improvement is for the drains, for the tub, the shower, bathroom, sink, kitchen sink, because we are going to use a lot of vinegar, right? Gonna disinfect them daily, those sinks. So what we need them to be really strong. So we're going to use, unless they're really bad, then it's okay, need to be replaced. But for those that already have them and they're good, they're an approved type, they can stay. And then in 4 years we change, or even 8 years. We are going to let you know how many years, but that's really reasonable because they're really tiny, can fit a whole bunch in a very small place, right, in boxes. And so we can put the permanent one after all this daily disinfecting thing, because with time we're going to be really, our immune system going to be really strong, right? Okay, so in our stomach, it's supposed to have good acid, so gonna kill germs, bad viruses. We are going to be strong and healthy. But until then, right, for this first 4 years or so, we have to disinfect things and really well and boil things, as I said, okay? So we install those pieces afterwards. The other thing is about doctor. So people are going to make the 10-panel drug test, right? And they're going to make the 4-panel complete blood test. So these two are very, very important, because some people take a lot of drugs, synthetic drugs, licit and illicit. And the blood test, the complete blood test, for us to have an idea about the person, how the person was, and be able to guide that person the best as possible. So when the person, based on their drug test, and their panel, the blood test, they're already gonna, on the paper, right? When they look online, their problem, they already have what they need for inflammation or for any case, because even for cancer, things like that, because if the body is alkaline without stress, we know that the body is healthy. There's no disease, no infection, so that's what we have to work every single day to achieve. All right, so people can see a doctor, yes, for some specific needs, yes, but the main thing they already have on their hands, the blood test right there. So what they have to do according to how big is the inflammation, because we have many doctors in many countries today that are based on allopathic medicine, and they want their patients to be sick as sick could be. They don't want to work to have healthy patients, because then they lose money, right? So that's what's gonna happen. If they need a specialist, they go to a specialist once and done, right? And I think the most reasonable, they go back in 6 months, right? For 2 years, right? For 2 years, people can go back 6 months or once a year. Because by that time, only the doctors that do our course can really stay working. They have to work and learn, right, to be able to have their license, the peace license. Learn about natural medicine. People need to eat garlic every day, turmeric and ginger, cilantro, all these things to have a healthy body. One for this, one for that. It's a combination thing. Take sun, fresh air, all combine. Wash, clean, disinfect. All these things we have been talking over and over. Combine, give good health. All right? So during these 28 weeks, we are going to have ultrasound still for pregnant women. If someone needs an ultrasound, can be done, but not after that, because everyone gonna be really healthy at all ages. For elders that need a specialist for one thing or another, yes, they're gonna be able to do that, but no chemotherapy. That's forbidden. You'll be canceled right away, because chemotherapy kills the bad and kills the good. We are not having chemotherapy. People that are in that condition gonna start naturally and done. They're canceled. We are not having chemotherapy during the 28 weeks, not even 1 week. From the notice day, people eat healthy. And we're going to have a list. Which ones the person is allowed to have a specialist and which one is not needed. So for everything related to blood, people already know what they have. And on the paper, we already have the number. And then they go online, look that number, the video they have to watch, and the guidance for that. Or the books we're going to print afterwards. But right now, going to be only the videos. They can see specialists for bone problem, things like that. They can see specialists because it's not going to show on the blood test, right? For these reasons are okay. And then the specialist will guide them, the orthopedist, also dentist, right? People doing implants, is mandatory to give them the thing that make the gingivitis grow, so they will cover up that area, won't be a big hole there. Because that's important for everyone to have good care, good attention, be healed and healthy. Okay, so here we are. Remember to subscribe, make a donation, be ready for our 28 weeks, okay? The other thing is that for our international constitution book for all countries, we might be maybe 2 years, or even 4 years for us to check, make sure, and then print out, okay, the final permanent version. We're gonna let you know. If we feel confident, we can do in 2 years. If we don't, the headquarters are gonna make a decision and we're gonna print in 4 years. The other improvement is for songs, movies. Remember we said that we were going to do for 20 years? We change. Everything needs to be approved in 10 years from the organization launching day. It's not needed for us to have 20 years. So people can already submit what's good, great stories we already have done, right? Great materials and great lyrics, and we publish, we're done. Okay, so we don't have to worry about anymore. All right, the headquarters will still be the headquarters for 20 years, but all these materials, the stores for children and plays for children for different grades and everything, 10 years is plenty and enough. So on November 11th, 2022, we are going to have our new International Presidents Conference, right? So, and then they're going to start working right away. But on January 1st, 2023 will be our new year. Will be the year 1 of this new era. I think that's the best. And for the very few things we're going to learn past history, we are already going to adjust according to this new millennium we're starting now. Is that reasonable? Very good. See you soon. Okay, great ideas. All right, so let's sing a song. Our work is beautiful, beautiful, beautiful work it is. Our work is beautiful, beautiful, beautiful work it is. Oh, 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 oh. Okay, my friends, so we have to be very clear. Everyone also that's in a position of hiring others in those organizations, those previous government leaders of all places need already to lay out everyone, give proper notice, lay out everyone, because from now on we're going to have only the Clean Water and Peace Organization government leaders, only, okay? And after they lay out everyone, they resign, because that's what we have to do. And make 4 documents. For everyone, need to make 4 documents. And with 4 signatures, all in blue, with 2 stamps of the office you are. And people from the organizations, I said, the same way. Need to make 4 originals with 4 signatures, right, in signing blue. No statement. I declare for due purpose that. And already resign, already lay out whichever position you are, because we cannot continue this way. Our humanity is sick, very unhealthy. Government leaders giving authorization for bad things, and overpower, like FBI, CIA, NASA, all these things, goodness. They lie, they do negative things, they have nothing better to do. They don't find better things to do. So now it's only the Clean Water and Peace Organization work that we are going to have here on planet Earth. That's it. Can't have anyone else with other rules and guidelines, because they're not clear, they're not honest, they're not doing good and positive things. For how long those organizations are on? Look the planet how is. So now we're going to try something very different, and this time gonna work. we're doing the best we can with all details, and that's gonna work for sure for us to have a better humanity with happy families united. We're gonna stop these things of having FBI, CIA, single people all over checking other people's life. They have nothing else to do in life. So instead of doing that, you know what they're gonna do? They're gonna marry, it's mandatory to marry and do something else in life. Work for real peace, work for real health in our planet. Those people, they are installing inner ear speaker under the skin to tell people what to do, connected to cell phone, connected to satellites. For what reason? Putting cameras on people's house to hurt them, right? To hurt them. That's not good. We are going to have many cameras, but just to check, to make sure they're safe, but nothing hidden. No, people know. People already gonna know. We're gonna have cameras for children to be safe, elders to be safe, wives to be safe. Make sure people are home on time, go to school, go to work, but not to hurt people. My friends, we need to improve this humanity. This humanity belongs to God, the superior force, does not belong to evil practices. Enough of those organizations, I said, enough of those. Enough. Not good anymore. No more flags of countries anywhere. Not on airports, not on their own country, not in front of houses. That's it. And any other flag, no state flag, no county flag, no country flag, nothing. No flags for organizations, no flags for schools. Everyone gonna have only the white flags that are the peace and love flags. Okay? All the educational sites gonna have 2 flags in front of their buildings, and all government leader sites, that means the city office, gonna have 2 flags, white flags, plain white cotton flags that are taken out at the end of the day, 6 o'clock. Okay? All right? Because that's not right. We put in the morning, we take them out at night, sing songs, give some announcements, and everyone go to work or to school to study in that moment. And very big buildings with hundreds of offices gonna be gone, or they become housing, or they are going to be demolished because there's no need to have hundreds of offices. The other thing, to be really clear, there's no new construction on the line. It's Atlanta, Georgia and above. No new construction. Is plenty and enough, because not so sustainable to live in cold places that snow and it's so cold, right? We have plenty of buildings above that line, no new ones. What we can remodel, it's approved, yes, okay, can be remodeled, then it's okay, but no new construction about Georgia line, because people need to live south of that, because there's warmer, plants grow easily for us to have food for the future centuries and millennials. And for all organizations I mentioned, every other one, profit or non-profit, on a whole entire planet, and all government leaders of all types, when they resign, on their letter they have to say, we agree that the Clean Water and Peace Organization, with the leadership of the headquarters. From now on, is in charge of offering us an international constitution for all countries, for a better humanity with peace and love, today and for all future days, centuries, and millennia. That's it. Okay, because people, when they resign, they have to do the proper paperwork, and everyone with special positions, directors, managers, government leaders of all types, need to have 4 originals. Keep one for the city office, Improvement, so only 2 original documents, not 4 as I said. One for the person and one for the city office. Okay, my friends, so let's get really organized, really focused to be healthy, right? And start working with the Clean Water and Peace Organization, okay? Have a very special and blessed day, and we see you soon.